Welcome back to White Shoulders Boer Goats and Farmstead. Today I'm going to show you how I put the yearlings on the stand. Hey, here. That's a girl. Always good to teach your babies how to get on a stand. There you go. Because you might need to trim them or do something. So I teach them to get on the stand so I can trim their feet. Because I don't like to stand on my head. These girls have been on the stand a couple of times, so they're not freaked out by it. And I always give them alfalfa pellets. As a treat. Because goats are highly food motivated. I've only trimmed them a couple of times, so they're now a year old. I try not to use the hoof boss on them until they get used to being trimmed, because the noise sometimes scares them. It scares the adult goats too, but you really don't want to spook your young ones. And these are not show goats. These are just your normal everyday goats. This particular goat's only technically a 50% boar. Her name is Kai. She actually wanted to come out because everybody else had gotten alfalfa pellets and she stood there and watched it, so she wanted some too. They are getting ready to be moved out back, which I'll do in a couple of days, so that we can start weaning the January kids. Sometimes it's really difficult to do this back foot. Trimming feet is a never-ending battle. You're never done with it. And when it's cold, you don't want to do nothing, so now I'm catching up on everything I've put off until it warmed up. So then I just let her eat some more alfalfa pellets because she was a good girl. If I can catch the other two that need to come up on the stand. If I don't, it's not a real big deal. I can do it whenever I go to move them Thursday. Now if we can get her out of the feed and get her off the stand. You try to offload them off the stand just like you got them on the stand, or otherwise they try to freak out on you sometimes. You gotta turn. Honest. No, we're done. Come on. You gotta turn. That's a girl. Now turn. There you go. There. That way when they jump off the stand, they don't get hurt. Usually you're not chasing them around the stand. They don't lead real good yet. So yesterday we trimmed 3 yearlings, and today I've got them all caught. This is the smallest of the yearlings. Her name is Kenna. And of course I used alfalfa pellets to catch them. And then I'll just trim their feet, get a weight on them, and since I have everything ready, I'm just going to go ahead and put them out back. I don't think anybody can get through the coop door except for the young kids, and I don't think they'll go in there with those older ones. And then just taking the length off of their feet, because that's all that really needs to be taken off. You see stuff go flying all over everywhere. She has the pellets, she's just kind of scared because she doesn't like being handled that much. And it looks like I'm going to have to give her some ivermectin because she's got mites around her feet, which is not unusual. All goats have mites to some extent. Some of them have them worse than others. It's just something that they pick up. It's in the hay, it's in the straw sometimes. It just depends. This foot's got it a little bit. She's the only one that seems to have it. I didn't notice any of the other ones having it. So I'll get a weight on her, and then I'll give her a shot. Her back feet are a little long. They all grow at different speeds, so check her front feet again. And she's just starting to get it between her toes. So we'll get her on the scale, see how much she weighs. If she'll go on the scale. Get there. It's always fun when it's new and exciting. Here. Come on. Are you on the scale? No. We'll get on the scale. Okay, now stay right there. Let me see what the scale says. 86 pounds. All right. So she's going to get ivermectin under the skin, over the ribs. Make sure you hold it up so that it doesn't go all the way through. You want it to not get in the wrong spot. And put it in very slowly so you don't freak them out. Some stuff burns. This actually doesn't. And that's all there is to treating mites. And in case you'd like to see what they look like, you can't really tell what they look like, but you can see that there's some scaly looking skin and they lose their hair. So you could also put new stock on this. I do put MTG on it. So there's a few other things that you can use. But for the most part, the ivermectin is going to make them turn loose of wherever they're attached at, because it goes through the skin. So that is mites. And so I went ahead and put MTG on them, on all of her, 4 of her feet. All it is like an oil. It's mane, tail, groom. This is not a one-time treatment. I will have to do this again next week. Just because you have to do it 3 weeks in a row in order to get it to clear up. So just so you know, that's just one of those things that you have to, there's 3 times that you have to do that. Now, hi, everybody's out back. Their hay is up underneath the shed. I got a feeder over here, and they're all set until they get a little bit bigger, and then they can go back with the big girls. Of course, they're gonna have to check everything out while they're in there. I think I got all the junk picked up so they can't get hurt on anything. Nope, wandering around. They got shade. They got 4 square bales of hay in their feeder, so I don't even have to give them hay for a couple of weeks. And this is bigger than where they were, so they have more space. And there's just 5 of them, so they got plenty of room. Yep, they're gonna wander around and check it all out. They got more places to run around, and they got shade, and they can be closer to the other goats. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And thank you to all the new subscribers. We appreciate you.